Okay guys, thanks for tuning in once again today. Today we're going to try and work out of that common hunched over position. I know I get into it myself throughout the day with work and all the rest of it. But basically at the end of the day, you're sort of getting over in that position where you feel like rib cage is getting drawn down and that sort of anterior tissue through that section is getting quite tight as you feel it's tipping forward just from being in that position. So basically today we're just going to hit a few different bony points. We're going to be hitting the sternum, so the bony part up there, and down near the pubis. So if you don't know where the pubis is, check out an anatomy book or Google it or whatever. But basically just find that soft tissue, so your stomach, just lightly press. Don't press too hard on your bladder. Eventually you'll find like a bony region, and more likely it'll be quite sensitive to touch. So we're just going to hit that part there. I'm not playing with myself. We're just going to hit that bony part there. But first up, in regards to something like a squat, an overhead squat, it's good just to do an assessment first. So just going into an overhead squat, I can sort of feel a little bit tight there, especially through the lats. Just do a couple of those. And basically just assessing where you feel like a restriction. So I have a restriction in a couple other places, but we're just going to address that section at this point in time. So you're going to grab your foam roller and basically just place that edge on that bony point, on that pubis down there. What you're going to do from that point is just roll side to side, back and forth, until you find a sore spot, and my sore spot's on the right there. So from that point there, I'm basically just going to go up and down slightly. It's only a couple of centimetres. Probably looks like I'm having sex with the foam roller. People might look at you a bit weird, but whatever. So basically just working on that junction where a lot of connective tissue joins in there. So this can be quite intense. You can always put more weight on your knees if it's too much. And basically just going to work that, upwards of a half a minute is plenty. So yeah, 20-30 seconds on there, you roll around. If you find another sore spot, just up and down on that. So just a slight movement, just dragging the skin on that bony point. If it's painful, if you're getting any sort of nerve pain like burnings or pins and needles, or any shooting pain, obviously stop. Yep, have that a go. So the main thing with this is just reassess and seeing if you're getting any benefit out of it, because that's what we're after. So just sitting back again. So I feel a little bit of change, I can't see myself. I'll have to look at the video at the end. But I feel I'm getting a little bit more through there. So next we're going to hit up through the sternum. I'll use something a little bit harder, a little bit shorter. But basically the same sort of premises. Try to let go on that xiphoid process on the bottom of the sternum there. Just working up here. So what we're going to do is the same sort of thing. Placing it down there, and you put some weight on your elbows if it's too much. Find somewhere where you're comfortable, and basically same sort of thing. I'm just going to go side to side and find any sort of sore point, and just slightly go up and back. And just really trying to work on that spot. You can also do that for 20 to 30 seconds, and then you can go into your overhead squat sort of position and just retest and see if that's had any measurable difference. So another thing I can do, because I'm feeling quite sort of tight through the lats there and through that side, so basically I feel a little bit tighter on the left side, So same sort of thing. I'm just going to roll through there, over that lat, and basically you'll be rolling through that lateral side on your ribs as well. And I'm just sort of going to apply the same sort of technique. If you do find any trigger points, you can apply a typical neuromuscular technique where you apply the pressure to a trigger point that has that referral pain pattern. But we're just basically trying to clean up any sort of adhesions along there. Same thing, keep moving, 20-30 seconds, one spot's fine. Keep working through there. So I'll just rush through this quickly. I won't turn this into a 20-minute video and just see how we go again. So I probably would have spent a little bit more time on there myself, but I sort of felt a little bit better through the left side, but I obviously spent more time there, like I said. Okay, one last thing you can do as well is basically to sort of help with that, especially that upward rotation of the scapula and getting that hand overhead. Once I work through that interior side, opening up through the ribs there. You can use a lacrosse ball or some other trigger point ball, or a tennis ball, because it can be quite intense. So I'm going to be a bit soft today. I'll use a softball. So basically just going to get between that scapula, so between that shoulder blade, whatever you want to call it. The same sort of thing, I'm just going to roll up between the spine and that medial border of the scap. And basically just go up and down through that trap rhomboid sort of area. Find a sore spot through there, and basically I'm just applying a little bit of movement back and forth, up and down on that particular sore spot that I find. Same thing, 20-30 seconds is enough. And just working through that. Just trying to clean up that whole sort of area. And if you want, obviously you can put more weight onto your right side if it's too intense, or change balls. Or if you want more sort of weight, you can roll over and take your arm across. Sort of really try to open up that area. So I have a few more spots in there for myself that I'd work through, but it gives you an example. Okay. So once again, once you've done that, just retest. Nice sort of comfortable position. Back down. So I can feel that my left arm's getting back further. I'm not making that up, that's what it's doing. So yeah, I definitely need to do a little bit more work there myself, but you can see the benefit that has by simply doing a few techniques. Just trying to open up through that interior section between your sternum and your pelvis. Then also trying to clean up through that area between your shoulder blade and your spine as well. So guys, hope that helps. Have any other comments or questions, write them down below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible.